Uh, hey guys, I'm here making not a Star Wars review because I'm an idiot apparently, but yeah, I saw other movies. I'm just playing. But no, seriously, I'm not doing a Star Wars review yet. I told my uncle I'm gonna wait till I'm back in town to see it with him, so I'm just gonna wait. But I did see a movie tonight. I saw The Disaster Artist, and since like I haven't been doing these videos like a while, I'm just gonna like make like a couple of videos like just back to back about movies I saw that I didn't review, and they're gonna be like kind of quick, like kind of like 5 minute videos. I'm not really gonna edit it, or I'm probably not gonna edit it at all. But yeah, let's make my quick thoughts on the Disaster Artist, and yeah, let's get into it. So the Disaster Artist is about the making of The Room, which is how it's being advertised, which is kind of true, but it's mainly about this friendship between the person who made actually the two people who made The Room, Tommy Wiseau and Greg Sestero. It's mainly about their relationship, about how they try to like get into Hollywood, how they try to break out into acting, and but also about how they just grow close and bond and like grow apart, but also coming together. The simple Hollywood movie formula. And this movie was really good. It was really sweet. It was a really sweet movie. And that might sound like really sappy, but that is how I would describe it. Like, it's a really sweet, touching movie about these two guys who basically come together over a shared dream that they have of wanting to be like famous actors and like break into the acting scene in Hollywood. And it's a really, really touching, really inspiring film. I'm not gonna lie. And it does get into the making of The Room, which, if you don't know, if you're uninitiated, The Room is like one of the like most well-known and one of the worst movies ever made. I'm gonna say one of the worst because I've seen worse movies. Like most definitely, hands down, I've seen worse movies. But yeah, I have seen The Room. And yeah, the reputation lives up to itself. It is a very hilariously bad movie. It's funny unintentionally. The acting sucks. The directing sucks. The script sucks. It's a really bad movie. And this movie, The Disaster Artist, really chronicles that movie to almost near perfect accuracy. Like even in the credits, they show side by side takes of The Room and takes that they did while making The Room, and it's pretty accurate. I was pretty impressed. And the movie was directed, stars, not written by James Franco and his brother Dave Franco, who they both do an amazing job. James Franco, in particular, who plays Tommy Wiseau, because he like the prosthetics on his face did a good job of making him look like Tommy Wiseau, but also just he really nailed the speech pattern of Tommy, like the way he talked, like this bizarre kind of European accent, and he just really nailed it. Like I bought him entirely as Tommy. Like it was times I kept forgetting, like, oh yeah, this is James Franco. But, like he nailed it 100%. Dave Franco, who's playing Greg Sestero, really did a good job as Greg Sestero. And also, he kind of did look like him. I'm not gonna lie, he kind of did look like him. He didn't need no prosthetics or anything, except that he said that he had a fake beard for when Greg had a beard in the room. But that's something else. But yeah, he did a good job too. Yeah, both of the Francos did a good job, and this movie is really hilarious. Like it really is. Well, when it's setting up the friendship between Tommy and Greg, it's kind of more of a serious drama. At least that's what I thought. But once they get into the making of The Room, once characters played by Seth Rogen and like Josh Hutcherson and like Zac Efron, and like there's a lot of cameos in this movie. Like once they get to the making of The Room, that's when it really gets really hilarious. Especially if you've seen The Room and been a part of the conversation about like, why is this happening? Or like, why is he saying this? Like, why is he doing this? This makes no sense. like once they get to that aspect, the movie gets really hilarious. But like like even when it was trying to be a comedy, it still remember it was never like if they were like making fun of Tommy or they were like making fun of the movie. It was a genuine movie. It was trying to be sincere. It did have a point. It was just showing you this kind of inspiring story about this guy who was told constantly, no, you can't do this. You're untalented. You will never make it in this business. Which they weren't lying. They weren't like being hard. Like the guy really can't act, sadly. And he said, you know what? I'll make my own movie then. I'll make my movie. You know, me and my friend would just come together. I'll write the script. I'll direct it. I'll cast him. I'll star myself. And it is a kind of inspiring story, even though this movie does get into the dark side of filming that movie. Like Tommy Wiseau is such a dick, right? To like most parts of this movie when it shows him filming, but even showing his dark side, or showing him going through this massive breakdown, just like getting upset with his cast and just not being a good director or a good person and genuine. Even after all that, I still kind of felt for the guy. Like I was thinking, man, you're being kind of mean right now, but I never was ever against him. I was just, I don't know. It's something about the mystery of Tommy Wiseau that it's something about the way he carried himself, and something about this air he held around him that made me not want to hate this guy. I was always with him, even when he was at his worst. So yeah, it's really touching. I really don't have no flaws with this movie. I really don't. Except maybe like this movie was shot basically mainly on a handheld camera, which means like there's a lot of shakiness in certain scenes. Like instead of like they use like handheld they use like handheld shots, so that the camera is moving around a lot. It's not on a tripod lockdown, so that might affect people, but that might not. That's not even like a negative to get the movie. So. Yeah, the reason I really can say bad about this movie, because it is a really good movie. It's really funny. It's really touching. It's just an all-around good movie, and it might help if you've seen The Room, because you know knowing the behind-the-scenes stuff of what they're making fun of, or not making fun of what they're talking about, might help with the comedy. But I'm pretty sure you can go to this and just watch it without seeing The Room and say, "Oh, this is just like a movie about two friends," and you'll be correct. It is a really touching movie in that aspect. And now I'm just on the ramble, because the reason that I can say the movie's good, I'll give it like A-. Yeah, it's a good movie. Go out and see it. It's still in theaters. This is what I saw instead of Star Wars, but I'm glad I saw it. Yeah. So thanks for watching. These are my 2 cents. Sorry if you noticed that the coin jar isn't ahead of this video. I kind of lost that footage. I gotta reshoot it, but I'll do that when I get home. But thank you for watching, and you know that was my 2 cents. Just give me yours in the comments, and I'll see you later.